Okay, here we go. This is lesson 2 of how to draw a Cadillac ELR. And this is just carrying on from yesterday. What I'm adding is the details that are some of the largest dark parts on the car. Um, and those are the lights, some of the places in shadow in the wheel wells and down toward the lower end of the car. On the back end, there are some shadow sections just below the trunk lid, and so I'm working on those to try and define the dark areas, like that weather stripping thing like we talked about yesterday around the side window, rear side window. And also we're going to go up the side of the car. There's a darker section that goes right over the driver's door all the way back down the rear in the rear glass. So we're going to do that too, and I have darkened up a little bit more in the wheel wells too, particularly the front one. Again, I'm not trying to make this as dark as it will be in the final version, but what I'm trying to do is to establish where the darker parts will be so that I don't mistakenly run them out of that area into what should be a lighter highlighted area. So at this point in the drawing, you're just playing one against the other, what's light and what's dark. And the dark is easier to do because you got a black pen in your hand. White takes care of itself because that's the paper. So you just have to not screw up and don't put dark stuff where it's supposed to be light. And if you do that, then you pretty much got it made. And this one is really going well. I'm going to have a real good time with this car, I can tell right now. One of the nice things about this car is the windows are really dark. They're fairly smoked on the side, so you can see through them, but you can't see a lot of detail inside. So there won't be much except for the dashboard and like the steering wheel and all that. But it doesn't stand out very well. It's not very light, so it's going to be pretty easy to do an impressionistic sketch of the interior of the car, and that will work out well, I think. It won't take long to do, but at the same time it'll give a good representation of what you're trying to show here. So this is going to be a really great looking car. For an electric car, if you think about it, this is really aggressively styled. They did a great job on this thing, I think. If this had a 400 cubic inch engine with 500 horsepower, it wouldn't seem out of place with a body like this. But instead, it's an electric car with a backup gasoline engine to extend the range. But other than a Tesla, this is a very, very cool electric car. Okay, going along now, there's what you see, that place up on top that I was telling you about. And now we're getting into the shadowy section in the very back. And there are quite a few angles in the rear, and those all are going to help us to convey the shape of the car, because you can see that the chrome and some of the other things have a sharp break on them. They bend at a corner in the middle of the car, which makes it real easy to show where they are. So that's going to be our friend, is some of the angular treatments on the side of the car is going to make it very nice. Okay, you can see there is a little bit of darkness, and that's around the license plate there, and some parting lines that go across for the trunk lid and stuff like that too. Okay, we're getting down toward the end for today, but we made a lot of progress. We're showing where all this stuff is going to be, and tomorrow we'll start inking in more of it. And when we do that, then we're going to get farther and farther down the road with it. Anyway, I hope to see you tomorrow. We're going to do a lot more, and see you then. Bye.